We live in an age where common sense is no longer so common, where stupidity has become our most contagious disease, where ignorance is rapidly being transformed into a badge of honor worn proudly by its possessors. We live in an age of idiocracy, a world ruled by fools and for fools, where the masses are led by the ignorant and the inept to their own destruction. Welcome back. I am the host, and this is a new episode from a series that explores the many faces of human stupidity. Today we're going to look at one of my favorite books on the subject, The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity by the Italian economic historian Carlo Cipolla. It was first published in 1976 and goes through 7 laws that govern how stupid people behave. And it's still one of the best analyses of stupidity ever written. Let's explore them together. Law. Now, 1 is that the probability that a person will act in a stupid manner is independent of that person's education level. According to Cipolla, stupidity is not related to intelligence or education. A highly intelligent individual, such as a doctor or a physicist, can be just as stupid as a less educated person, and they're often equally unaware of it. This is something I've discussed before in my videos on the Dunning-Kruger effect and cognitive biases. But it's good to remember that no matter what your educational or intellectual background is, you can be susceptible to stupidity if you do and remain aware of your own limitations and potential for error. Law number 2 is that the probability of a stupid person acting in a stupid manner is positively correlated with the size of the stupid person's self-esteem. In other words, the more stupid people think they are, the more likely they are to act in a stupid manner. According to Cipolla, stupid people tend to overestimate their intelligence and capabilities and are resistant to any feedback that might suggest otherwise. They are also often hostile towards those who are smarter than them because they perceive any criticism as a threat to their inflated ego. Sounds like someone we know, doesn't it? Law now 3 is that a stupid person is always the best possible parent for a stupid child. To illustrate this, Chubais uses the example of a goose that lays golden eggs. If you have a goose that lays a golden egg every day, would you chop off its head to get a nice golden pillow? Of course not. You would continue milking the goose for as long as it keeps laying that daily golden egg. Now suppose that instead of 1 golden egg, the goose lays 1 golden egg every day for 25 years and then dies. Would you still keep the goose? The answer is probably yes. You'd say that even though it doesn't lay any more golden eggs, it's still worth keeping around since it's been so useful in the past. But here's another scenario. Suppose the goose lays 1 golden egg every 100 years. Would you still keep the goose? Probably not. You'd get rid of it, saying that it's unproductive and useless. Yet 100 years is not really a lot of time in the lifespan of a species. But human beings, according to Cipolla, tend to value things more for their immediate usefulness rather than their long-term benefits. And they're willing to sacrifice long-term advantages for short-term gratification. So parents who are focused only on the immediate needs of their children without considering their future well-being, like getting them into a good school, are acting in a stupid manner. It is only when you zoom out to the big picture and look at it from a long-term perspective that you realize that investing in your children as future, both material and immaterial, is actually much more valuable than anything else. Now, 4 is that the probability that someone will act in a stupid manner is positively correlated with that person's position of power in the social hierarchy. When it comes to stupidity, power tends to beget more stupidity. Cipolla argues that those who hold positions of power and influence are often more susceptible to it than others because with great power comes great responsibility and risk. These individuals may face fewer challenges and receive less critical feedback, leading to a lack of awareness about their own fallibility. Because stupidity can flourish in environments where there's little accountability, the combination of power and unchecked stupidity can be particularly dangerous. as seen in many cases of corrupt politicians and incompetent leaders throughout history. It seems that while ordinary people have to deal with life's challenges, which can help make them more resilient and adaptable, the powerful tend to live in a bubble that protects them from these experiences. Unfortunately, these are the same people whose decisions impact everyone else. Law now. 5 is that a stupid person always manages to pass his or her stupidity onto the next generation. According to Cipolla, stupidity is often hereditary and intergenerational. Parents who are stupid often have stupid children because they pass down not only their genes, but also their values, beliefs, and behaviors. In other words, children learn from their parents, both in terms of knowledge and attitude towards knowledge. And unfortunately, this includes learning from their parents' mistakes and adopting their irrational beliefs. This is why some families seem to have multiple members who share similar levels of ignorance, and it explains how traditions and dogmas can persist across generations. Law number 6 is that the level of stupidity is inversely proportional to the amount of money required to expose that stupidity. So if it takes a lot of money to reveal someone's stupidity, then they're probably pretty stupid themselves. Think about a small village that has never heard of electricity. If someone came along and proposed building a power plant, it would take a lot of money to show them the benefits of electricity and convince them to invest in it. For instance, it would cost a lot to build roads into the village, hire experts to explain how electricity works, construct the power plant itself, and train local people to operate it. However, once the villagers experience the transformative impact of electricity on their lives, they'll understand its value and willingly pay for it. But if the person proposing the power plant was too stupid to understand that the villagers need roads expert knowledge and trained workers in order to make use of the electricity, then they wouldn't invest in those things and the project would fail. In this case, the amount of money required to expose the person's stupidity was too high for them to bear, so their stupidity remained hidden. And finally, Law No. 7 states that the probability that someone will act in a stupid manner is greatly increased by the presence of other stupid people. This is what we call peer pressure, where the desire to conform to group norms and expectations leads to stupid behavior. As the old saying goes, if you hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. But if you hang out with 5 stupid people, you'll be the 6th as well. Being around other stupid people can reinforce and encourage stupidity because it creates an echo chamber where ideas and behaviors are not challenged or subjected to rational scrutiny. And unfortunately, our online interactions are increasingly dominated by like-minded people who reinforce each other's biases and make it easier for people to fall into this trap of groupthink. These are the 7 laws of human stupidity by Carlo M. Cipolla, which are still relevant today. The book is well worth reading as a reminder that stupidity is not a simple matter and that it can affect anyone regardless of their background or intelligence. It is important to be aware of the different forms that stupidity can take and the factors that contribute to it so that we can better understand ourselves and the world around us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to watch another video on the topic of stupidity, you can check out my video on Thomas Sowell's book, A Conflict of Visions. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.